Anyone is having SQL Server notes PDF I have forwarded now. Please send in WhatsApp group once. So yeah, good evening everyone. This is Kannababu. In the last class we discussed about ranking functions in SQL. Ranking functions are of three types: row number function, rank function, and dense rank function. WhatsApp group, SQL Server WhatsApp group you send once. Row number function, rank function, and dense rank function. Three functions are there. Is it clear? Yes, I got it. Now today we'll discuss about some other powerful queries in SQL. Okay. So what I'm telling here means today we'll discuss about some other what is the difference between row number function, rank function, and dense rank function. Row number, rank, and other one is dense rank function. Right? Row number function is used as a unique row number for each and every row. Rank function is used as a same rank for duplicate values, and it will skip the next rank. Dense rank function, it is used to assign same rank for duplicate values and continue the next rank. That is dense rank function. Is it clear? So today we'll discuss about one beautiful topic called partition by class. Let's see what is partition by class. We already know group by class. Group by class is used to group the common values in a column as a single group. Similarly, partition by class is used. Partition by class is used to partition. Partition by class is used to partition the common set of values. Common set of values in a column. Values in a column as a partition. And row number. And row number was applied for individual partitions. Row number was applied for individual partitions. So partition by class is used to partition the common values in a column as a partition. Similarly, group by, and row number will be applied on individual partitions. Is it clear? Generally, row number means what? Row number means row number will always work with order by class. First, order by class will arrange all the data in some order, either ascending or descending, and then row number will be applied on each and every particular row. So similarly, here you have partition by class is there. Partition by class is used to partition the common set of values in a column as individual one partition, and then row number will be applied on individual partition. Means one partition behave like one table actually. Is it clear? So let us see how to work with this partition by class. Okay, now let us assume that I have one table with name e number, e name, salary, d name, gender, some city. I will try to give here. I'll give 101. Here Anil. Here I will try to give some salary 20,000, and here d name ECE. Gender I will give male. City I will give Hyderabad. Okay, na? Similarly, here I'll try to give 102. Here I'll try to give something like Ajay. I'll try to give Ajay. Here I'll try to give salary 30,000. Okay, na? And here I'll give ECE, male, Hyderabad. And here I'll try to give 103. Here I'll give John. Here I'll give some 40,000. Is it clear? And here I'll try to give something like CSC. And here I'll try to give male. And here I'll give Chennai. And here I'll give 104. Here I'll give some Priya I will give. And here I'll give 30,000. Here I'll give CSC. Here I'll give female. And here I'll give Hyderabad. And here I'll try to give 105. Here I'll give some Seta I will give. Here I'll give some 40,000. Here I'll give ECE. Here I'll give female. And here I'll give some Chennai. So now let us say partition by means common values consider as individual partition. Is it clear? and row number will be applied on individual partition actually. So here, for example, if I ask you partition by gender means how many partitions will come? 2 partitions. One is male, other one is female. Partition by city means 2 partitions. One is Hyderabad, other one is Chennai. Partition by department name, 2 partitions, EC and CSC. Is it clear? So syntax for partition by the syntax will be something like, if you want to apply row number for individual row, you can apply individual row number ranking functions will apply. Partition by is used to apply row number for individual partitions. Is it clear? So syntax here you can write something like, here you can write something like row number over. Here you can write the syntax something like this. Row number over partition by column name. Partition by column name. And here you can mention order by column name. Let us see one example, you'll understand. Is it clear? Order by column name. So partition by is used to partition the common values in a column as an individual partition. So let us see here. Write a query to display employee details. Employee details, partition by city, order by gender, something like this. Partition by city, order by gender. So what to do? First of all, how to write the query means, here I will write the query like this. Select star, comma, row number over partition by city, and here I will try to give order by gender. Partition by city, order by gender as row ID. Partition by city, order by gender as row ID from EMP. Okay. Here write a query to display employee details. Partition by city, order by gender. So how it will work, First of all, what will happen? First priority given to order by. First priority given to order by actually. Let us see. These are your tables, right? So here first priority given by what? Order by. Means what? First what will do? Order by will arrange all the first partition by city now. What partition by city will do? It will partition the common values as one partition. Means what? Partition by city, okay. So Hyderabad comes as one partition. See, this is first all Hyderabad. Hyderabad will consider as one partition. Hyderabad comes as partition 1. And Chennai comes as another partition. Partition 1 and partition 2. Partition means dividing actually. Chennai comes under another partition. Hyderabad is in one partition. Chennai is in another partition. So how many partitions are there? 2 partitions are there. This is partition 1. And this is partition 2. Okay, now? And then what will happen? Order by gender. So, and by default, partition by will order by. And first Hyderabad, Chennai. Who will come first? Chennai. So, how the query will execute, I am telling. Step number 1 is partition by. Step number 2 is what? Order by. Order by means first Chennai and Hyderabad. Who will come first? Chennai. C will come first, no? So it will arrange the partition like this. Okay, and Hyderabad as second partition, something like this. By default, first partition by default partition by will order by, same like group by. Is it clear? And then, so first step number 1, partition by will execute. Partition by will consider, will arrange all the cities. It will partition based on city. Hyderabad consider as one partition, Chennai consider as one partition. And then order by default partition by will order by. So Hyderabad, Chennai will come first. Hyderabad will come next. And then what will happen? And again, what will happen means, next again order by gender. 2 order bys. First order by city. Here partition by city. Order by city. Now step number 3 is what? Order by gender. Order by gender means here Chennai, male, female. Who will come first? Female. A, B, C, D, E, F. No, female will come first, and male will come next. Yes or no? And another one. And in the next one, male, female. Who will come first? Female will come first, and then male will come next. Something like this. Is it clear? Now this is after order by gender. Now step number 4 is row number will be applied. What is applied? Row number. So row number means giving unique row number for each and every row. So here the row number starts with 1. Here what? 2. Here what? 1. Here what? 2. Here what? 3. So that is your output actually. Did you understand? So if you want to assign a row number for individual partitions, you have to use partition by class. Partition by is used to partition the common values in column as a single partition, and a row number will be applied on individual partitions. Did you understand? Row number will be applied on individual partitions. Yes or no? That is how you can work with partition by. If you want, you say I'll try to show you the output. If you, it will work like a group by only, but if you want to apply what? Row number for individual group, then you have to use partition by. If you want to apply row number for individual group, you have to use partition by. Partition by is used to partition the common values in a column as individual partition. Group by we cannot apply row number. Partition by we can apply. That is the difference actually. Yeah, you can insert bulk data also. You can work with partition when the data is bulk. Okay, so here you see I'll try to give e number int. Here I'll try to give e name. Here I'll try to give varchar. Here I'll try to give what some data is there now. Next is salary. Salary, d name, gender, city. Here I'll try to give something like salary. Varchar. Next gender. Varchar. Next city. Varchar. Something like this. Save the table. Save the table with name emp. So here right click, go to your object explorer. Okay. There you can see emp. Sal money. Sal data type is money actually. What I have given sal data type. Okay, float also your wish, anything you can do. So here you can go for emp. Here you can see the columns. I think sal varchar I have given. Okay. Okay, no problem. So here you can say I'll try to insert the record in the table. You can give money, salary. So right click emp, edit top 200 rows. I think I will try to insert the records in this table. I want to show you the output actually. Right click on emp, edit top 200 rows. Here I'll try to insert these values. What are the values I'll insert? Here I'll try to give 101. Here I'll try to give Anil. Here 20,000. And here gender I'll give male. And here I'll give Hyderabad. Here I'll give 102. Here I'll give Ajay. Here I'll give 30,000. Here I'll give department name is not there. I forget department name. Okay, no problem. Mail, I'll try to give Hyderabad. And here I'll give 103. Here I'll try to give John. And here I'll give 40,000. And here I'll give mail. And here I'll give Hyderabad. 104. Here I'll try to give Priya. I'll give 30,000. And here I'll try to give CSC. And here I'll give male gender. Gender is female. And here I'll give Hyderabad. Hyderabad, Chennai. John, I'll give Chennai. Here I'll give Hyderabad. And 105, I'll try to give Sita. Here I'll give 40,000. Here 105, I'll try to give Sita. Here I'll give 40,000. And here I'll give female. And here I'll give Chennai. This is my data actual. Now I will try to write this query. How to write the query? Let us see. Select star, comma. Is it clear? Select star, comma, row number. Row number over. Is it clear, everyone? Select star, comma, row number over. Here I'll try to give partition by city. And here I'll try to give order by gender as RID from EMP. How the query will get executed, that is very important here. Press F5. So here you see. First what happened? Partition by. Same output you got or not, you check once. Already I explained you. Here check the output here. What is the final output you will get? Final output first 105 Sita. Row number 1 2 John. Next Priya, Anil and Ajay. Same output you got. For every partition we are applying row number, and row number count will start from 1. Did you understood? It is not related to .NET developer. This is a pure SQL developer only will write. For example, I will ask you one more question here. Let us write some other queries also, so that you will also get some comment. This is my table data now. This is my table data. See here what I am doing. Let us see. For example, if I ask you the question like this, write a query to display the maximum salary of an employee in each department. Something like this. Write a query to display the maximum salary of an employee in each department. Here we'll do one thing. 1 minute, you wait here. I will add one more column to the table. Here you can go to Object Explorer so that I can show you the output clearly. Here right click on the columns, add new column, rename column as dname. Data type I will give varchar. Varchar of 50 I will try to give. Okay, na? Save it. Now here you can go to your Object Explorer. And here you can right click, refresh. Here you can see the columns. Right click, edit top 200 rows. Here I'll try to add some data. Go to your Object Explorer. Right click on EMP, edit top 200 rows. Here, okay, now here I will try to fill this department name also. What are the department names here? ECE. Here I will try to give ECE. Here also ECE. Next CSC. Next CSC. Next EC. Something like this. This is your table data. Now what I want to do, I write a query to display the maximum salary of an employee in each department. So what to do? Select star comma row number over partition by dname, order by salary. salary. Rid of this bracket also, I think. Order by salary descending as RID. As RID from EMP. So this is my inner query. And the result of the inner query I will store in E. And outer query I will write select dname E I will write select what you can tell. I want dname comma salary. Select dname comma salary from E, where RID is equal to 1, something like that. So how it is working? First of all, partition by will partition the data based on department name. So ECE here I'll write only ECE. Here 20,000. Here 20,000. Here 30,000. And these three comes as one partition. ECE considered as one partition. ECE comes under one partition. CSC comes under another partition. Okay, na? CSC comes under another partition. Partition 1 and partition 2. Next, what is happening? By default, partition by will order by. So ECE, CSC, who will come first? CSC will come first. Order by. Is it clear? And then order by salary. Now order by will be applied on individual partition. 40,000, 30,000. Who will come? Order by salary descending. Who will come first? 40, then 30. And again here, who will come first? 40. And then 30. And then 20. And then row number will be applied. So what is the row number? 1. Here what? 2. And here what? 1. And here what? 2. And here what? 3. So this result is stored in E. Now read the outer query. Select dname comma salary. Dname is CSC salary from E, where RID is equal to 1. So you will get what? Output will be something like this. Dname salary. Okay, na? If you want comma salary as, if you want, you can give max sal. I asked you to display the maximum salary in each department. Yes or no? So what is the maximum salary in CSC department? 40,000. At that moment, you must get that idea actually, that you have to use partition by, order by, and all the other things. Is it clear? This is the query to display the maximum salary in each department. Let us see here. Press F5. Salary. Salary or sal? Column name is sal, I think, in my database table. So CSC 40,000, EC 40,000. There it will show you the power of the SQL developer. You understand? This is pure SQL. Partition by belongs to SQL only, not a .NET concept. SQL only I'm talking. Okay. Partition by is used to partition the common values in a column as one partition. By default, partition by will order by. Two order bys actually. RID is equal to 1 means maximum salary. What I'm doing here, first of all, I arranged CSC as one partition, EC as one partition. This is step number 1. Step number 1. Step number 2. This is step number 1. Step number 2. And this is step number 3. And store the result and row number. This is step number 4. And this is step number 5. And this is step number 6. So how the query will execute? Step number 1 is what? Partition by dname. So consider all the same department names as one partition. EC one partition, CSC one partition. And then order by dname. That is also comes under step number 1. CSC one partition, EC one partition now. And then order by dname. Now CSC, EC, which one will come first? CSC. Keep CSC on top, EC on bottom. And step number 3 is what? Step number 3, again order by salary. So now in individual partition, order by salary. So here 40,000, 30,000, which one come first? It will arrange in descending order. And then apply row number for individual partition. Row number is applied for individual partition. And then applying the where condition, where RID is equal to 1 means it is the maximum salary. Maximum salary in each department. Suddenly, if interviewer will ask you write a query to display the maximum salary of an employee in each department, you don't need to write the query, just you have to tell, sir, just first we have to apply partition by department name, and then order by salary in descending order, and then apply row number for individual partition. Anyway, row number, sir, if every partition having duplicate salaries means what to do means you can apply dense rank. Dense rank will give you the perfect rank. Continue it will assign the same rank for duplicate values and continue the next rank. I hope you understood. Otherwise, watch the video several times. You'll get clarity. Did you understand, everyone? Why I write row ID is equal to 1 means I want to display only maximum salary in each department. What is the maximum salary in CSC? 40,000. In ECE, also 40,000. Partition by is very, very important. Did you understood here about partition by? Monday morning, we are starting .NET new batch at 11 o'clock. Any of your friends are there, intubate them. Full stack .NET. End to end, including Angular. Okay. Now let us see about very beautiful concept called CTE. What is CTE? What is CTE? CTE full form is Common Table Expression. Common Table Expression. So generally, whenever we execute any SQL query, first you attend for demo morning. Morning 11 o'clock demo will be there. After that, we'll discuss about fees. Is it clear? What is CTE? CTE is Common Table Expression. CTE is temporary database. CTE is temporary database. And generally, whenever you try to execute any SQL query, the result of the query will be stored in the CTE. Is it clear? CTE means Common Table Expression. Okay, a temporary database means whenever we execute any SQL query, the result of the query will store in CTE. The result of the query will store in CTE. And here, whatever the modifications that we have done, on CTE will affect the original database. So whenever we execute any SQL query, the result of the query will store. CTE is also similar like this temporary tables only. Here you see, first here also the same thing is happening. When you try to execute any SQL query, the result of the query is stored in E. But now what happened, if you perform any operations on this CTE, these operations will affect the original database. And if you delete the record from CTE, automatically record will be deleted from original table. CTE means Common Table Expression, very powerful nowadays. Interviewer will ask you, what is CTE? Common Table Expression. CTE will always works with the class. CTE will always work with the class. Until now we discuss about different classes like order by class, having class, group by class, from a class, partition by class. Now we are discussing another class called with class. Syntax you can write something like this: with some name, CTE name, with CTE name. Okay, na? And here I'll try to write something like as, and here I'll try to write some command, select query. Within this, you can write some select query or select command. And how outside 100% when you use CTE, you have to use that CTE result. Otherwise, it will not work. Yeah, you can tell like views or whatever it may be. Generally, front-end developers, if they want to perform any operation, will get the data from backend and store in front end, like an object or a collection or something like that. But some SQL developers are pure backend developers. They don't have any knowledge on programming language. If they want to perform any operation, they will try to write the queries and store the result in and perform operations there itself. In that scenario, we'll use what? Cte. I'll show you one example. You'll get some clarity. See, for example, here I will write select a star from EMP, something like this. Is it clear? Now, for example, I want to delete the employee details who are working in EC department. See, I will write something like this with EMP CTE. Yes, here you can write the select command, something like this. How to write? Select star from EMP where dname is equal to EC. Start from EMP where dname is equal to EC. So what is the meaning of this? First of all, the query will execute. The inner query will execute, and the result of the inner query is stored in this CTE. Now, coming outside and write the query, delete from EMP CTE. Delete from EMP CTE. See how it is working. Try to understand all of it. First of all, this query will execute, and the result of the query is EC. The details are stored in this CTE. Now delete from CTE means all the records, EC records are deleted from the CTE. So whatever the modification that you do on CTE, these modifications will directly perform on original database. CTE is a common table expression. If you do any modification on CTE, that modification will affect the original database. So that records are deleted permanently from original database also. So here you can see execute once. 3 rows affected. Now if you write the query, select a star from EMP. Now what will happen? You see that EC records are deleted. CTE is a common table expression. Whatever the modifications you do on CTE, these modifications will automatically affect to the original database. Did you understood? So one important point is whenever you are using CTE, you have to use that one. Use that one means some queries you have to write down CTE. Then only it will work. Just creating CTE, now you will get an error actually. Okay, now because you are using CTE, but you are storing the data in CTE, but you are not using. Somehow you have to use the data. Then only it will work. So CTE is a common table expression. Now the powerful query in interviews. Until now we discussed a lot of powerful queries. How to display the maximum salary of an employee, how to display the first record, how to display the last record, how to display the even records. Is it clear? All these things you have discussed until now. Yes or no? How to display the third maximum salary of an employee, self-join queries, third max cell with the max function, without max function, with the top, with the row number, with rank, different varieties we have discussed. So today, the most important interview question we'll try to discuss. Did you understand? The most important, this Saturday, Sunday, I'm conducting a free workshop on .NET FAQs at morning 9 o'clock. If anybody are interested, you can come. Any of your friends are there also, intimate them. Interview point of view, FAQs I'm conducting. .NET, C#, ASP. SQL also will plan. Separate workshop I'll conduct on SQL. Just a refreshment. So what I'm telling here, you can see delete from EMP, CTE, select star from EMP. Now let us see here. I will tell you one interesting, powerful query. Today's highlight query we'll try to discuss now. Is it clear, everyone? So here what I'm telling here, I'll try to create one table. Go to your Object Explorer. There are tables, right click on tables, new table. And here I'll try to understand this query, very interesting. E number. Here I'll try to give E number, data type I'll give int, and here I'll try to give salary. Otherwise, E name I will give salary, I'll give money. Otherwise, I'll give E name here. That is enough. Varchar. Okay, now save this table. Now the name of the table I'll give as employee. So go to your Object Explorer, right click on tables, refresh. There you can right click on employee, edit top 200 rows. Here you can give employee number 101. Here I'll give Anil. 101 again. I'll give Anil. 102, something like this. Here I'll give Sunil. 102. I'll give Sunil. 103. I'll give Ajay. 103, I'll give Ajay. 103, I'll give Ajay. 104, I'll give Vijay. 104, I'll give Vijay. 104, I'll give Vijay. 105, I'll give John. 105, I'll give John. 105, I'll give John. So here you see, this is my table data having repeatedly records are available. Is it clear? Now interviewer will ask you, write a query to display the duplicate records. Duplicate records means more than one record must be deleted. So my output must be 101 Anil, 102 Sunil, and 103 Ajay, and 104 Vijay. Is it clear? And 105 John, something like that. I want to delete the duplicate records. And more than one duplicate record is there, we have to delete actual. Is it clear, everyone? Something like this. Is it clear? So how to write that one? So in order to write this query, what to do? Partition by what? E number. So consider all the, if you partition by E number or E name, you will get how many partitions? 1, 2, and here you will get 3, and here you will get what? 4, 5 partitions you will get. Partition by E number. And then what to do? Okay, order by anyway it will work. Then assign row number for each and every partition. So here 1, 2, here 1, 2, and here 1, 2, and here 1, 2, 3, and here 1, 2, 3, and here 1, 2, 3. Apply assign row number for individual partition and store the result in CTE. Store the result in CTE, and outside CTE you can write the query, delete query. Delete from CTE where RID greater than 1. So it will delete the greater than 1 record. So whatever the record that is deleted from CTE, automatically that record will update to the original database. Whenever we try to execute, first partition by, then row number, then store the result in CTE, then apply this where condition. Let us say I'll try to write the query. How to delete duplicate records? Very powerful query in SQL. Here I will try to work with CTE. With EMP CTE, as here I'll try to write the query. Select star comma. Here I'll try to give row number. Select star comma row number over. Here I'll try to give partition. Partition by what? E number. Partition by E number. Order by E number. Order by E number as row ID. As row ID from EMP. Come outside here, you can write delete from EMP CTE where RID greater than 1. First of all, the inner query will execute. The result of the inner query will be stored in CTE. And we are trying to write one query here. Delete from EMP CTE where RID greater than 1. So whenever whatever the modifications that was done in CTE, these modifications will all automatically affect the original database. So let us see here. Did you understand, everyone? First partition by, next order by, next row number is applied, and that result is stored in CTE. Whenever you delete the record from that CTE, then automatically record will be deleted from 0 rows affected. Why 0 rows affected? Is it clear? CTE. As a select, oh, here you are using, yes. Table name is employee, na? Okay. I think table name is employee, not EMP. That's why it's not working. Now let us see here. Press execute. 8 rows affected, you see. 8 rows affected. Now here I'll try to write something like select star from EMP employee. All the duplicate records are deleted. This is very, very powerful query in interview, because interviewer will ask this type of queries. Because if you answer this type of queries, then they no need to ask, because lot of combination of queries only. This query you can write. Partition by row number. First partition by will partition all the employee numbers, and then order by is applied on individual partition, and then row number is assigned for each and every row. Here you must not give rank and dunce rank. Row number will fix for this type of functions. Ranking functions are very powerful in companies. Did you understood? EMP-CTE is the name of the CTE. It is a temporary memory. We are trying to execute the query, and the result of the query we are storing in this temporary memory. And whatever the modification that you are doing in this temporary memory, these modifications will automatically affect the original database. It is like a variable. If you are using only CTE, main advantage is modifications. If you do any modifications, it will automatically affect the original database. RID greater than 1 means greater than 1 RID, except the row number 1, remaining all the row numbers will be deleted. Means remaining all the records will be deleted. This is how you can work to see. Now, this is your table. This is very, very important query. How to delete duplicate records. Did you understand? All of you tried with this complicated queries are completed in our SQL. Tomorrow we'll start some indexes and views. Mostly by next week we'll complete. This weekend we'll complete basic SQL. Monday we'll start TSQL, stored procedures, triggers, cursors, so on. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll continue. Bye. Prepare. Watch the videos. If you have any doubts, keep the video links with you properly. Okay, na? Yeah. Project class will be at 6:30.